Hi, I'm Andy Mapple. I'd like to talk a little bit about the new 2013 Mapple Skis 6.0 by Mapple. This is a completely new design ski for the 2013 season, and Mapple Skis, a new ski company coming into the market this year. What I'd like to talk about first is a little bit about the concept and the design of the ski. What I really wanted the ski to do is feel free in the water. I didn't want to feel like the ski in any way would create any drag. Drag to a skier makes the ski very sensitive. You've got to be at a certain point at a certain time, in the pre-turn and the pull. We want the ski to be as free as we possibly can in all areas. My concept of slalom skiing is that, the more speed I can keep through the turn and keep control, the quicker I'm going to get from one side to the other, the more space I'm going to create before the buoy, the more time I have to deal with whatever's going on. Because, let's face it, as slalom skiers, we're all human beings, so to run a full set of, 6 passes, you've got 6 to 8 turns in each pass, we're going to make some mistakes. So we need a ski that's free, will carry the speed, and doesn't give us any kind of holdbacks in any way. The 6.0 by Mapple is actually a ski that's a little bit wider right in this front area right here. We kind of run a little bit wider here. We don't quite come back in. A lot of skis I've been involved with and designed in the past, where we kind of have a little bit more of a pivot point right here. So when the ski's on an edge, it's either forward or it's back. The 6.0 is a little bit straighter through here, so we have a little bit cleaner, freer water flow all the way into the back. A lot of skis, some older skis or different designs of skis on the market, of what I see and what I've been involved with in the past also, is what we have like a wasting in here. And this wasting right in this area is kind of what sometimes it's been called kind of somewhat of a Coke bottle shape, where it kind of is wasted here, and then the ski comes back wider to the tail. The reason kind of a lot of times we get more width to the tail is we feel that that gives more lift. It's going to create more lift, make the ski faster on the water. My belief, and through testing and what we did with the 6.0, is that actually doesn't work that way. Especially with this kind of configuration, because obviously in a slalom ski, you've got to get all pieces working together. This, by coming back wider here, when the ski is actually on an edge, we actually have this waist right here, but when we have this waist, we're actually creating a drag. It's not like a snow ski where we can have that waist where it helps the ski carve. Yes, it will help the ski carve, but it creates drag. Drag is what I'm trying to eliminate as much as possible on this ski. So on the 6.0, you'll see that this kind of keeps good width back in here, good width at the back foot, but back in here we taper fairly severely to a very narrow tail at the back, even to the point where you can see on the video here, and you can actually see this in the 3D view on the Mapple Skis website, where you can zoom into this, where we actually even round it and start to round it at least 1.5 inches, up the side of the ski, where we taper in so we have a free flow of water coming off the back. The concave of the ski, in designs of skis that I've worked on in the past with different companies, this is actually my first venture into a full edge-to-edge concave ski. We have no kind of rails here. A lot of what I've done in the past, I've had little kind of flat spots in here, which actually create lift to the ski. With the 6.0, I'm able to run a full edge-to-edge concave ski, which actually gives me more hold in the water. I've always liked that, but it's always been a little bit more difficult to get a ski on edge with a full concave. With the 6.0, by doing that, we have a different radius in the concave that runs in the back and in the front, and also deeper. So we're allowed to bring more water into this concave. We're able to be able to fill out the concave, which gives us the natural lift without having to have the little flat spots on the side to give me that lift. So if we look at this, actually, like I said, it's the first one, basically, that I've been involved with the design where we've actually gone full edge-to-edge concave. But it gives a great hold to the ski. It allows that speed. It allows you to carry that little bit higher speed through the turn, but it will come underneath the line very quickly. Slalom skiing nowadays is, everything's gotten stronger in our sport. We have stronger ropes, we have stronger boats, we have 4-blade propellers, we have GPS zero-off speed control, which these things don't care so much about what we're doing back behind the boat anymore. So we have to be able to create the angle and the direction and the pull as soon as we can, early off the buoy. So ski design nowadays, like I said, with the current zero off and the boats the way we are, you have to get the ski under the line as soon as possible. There has to be a sense of urgency off the backside of the buoy. But having said that, you have to have a ski that's going to hold and keep moving forward for you. Bevel design, a little bit hard to see on the video, but basically the bevel on the 6.0 is a very, very simple bevel design. A lot of skis in the past that I've worked with, we've spent a lot of time in this area, back around this back foot, where we want to put in what we call a transition area. The transition area on a bevel is basically where we have more, usually more definition up in the front, more, for a, you could say it's like a 45-degree shape. But you have more definition here, and then we want to round it out in the back. And by rounding it out in the back, that's going to allow the ski to turn and be quicker. On the 6.0, we run the same bevel in the front as the back. There is no transition period of this bevel as we run through this ski. The reason I did that is that I want the ski to be as solid as we can get it wherever the skier is standing on the ski. And by having this unique shape where we kind of narrow out the tail, this is what's given us our turning ability and being able to get the ski under the line quicker. But by having the same bevel all the way back here, it really doesn't matter if the skier is more on the front foot or more on the back foot, because he's going to get the same feel from the edge all the way through. So basically, very simple bevel design, makes the ski less sensitive. When you have a transition area here, a transition area is assuming that a skier is going to be at a certain place at a certain time on the ski. I'm never the same place, in 2 turns on the ski. We've got so many variables going on. So this gives me a much bigger platform that when I want to attack the course, it doesn't matter if today I'm not quite as strong and I'm going to be a little bit further back on my ski. I'm still going to get the same feel out of my ski, and I'm not worried about it today I got off that transition area of what that is. The rocker of the ski. I run quite a bit of tail rocker in the 6.0. I like this because, with having the full concave, the ski sits pretty high anyway. It's going to sit on the water. It's not a ski that will sit in the water. So, in having this bevel design the same front to back, obviously it has a lot of holding power. But I can run a little bit more tail rocker, which again is all designed so that I can get that ski under the line as quick as possible. So the sooner I can get it under the line, the sooner I can take the load from the boat, the sooner I can get to the other side. The other unique part about the rocker in the 6.0 is we actually run more tip rocker in here. As I move this kind of different shapes, you can see that we don't run as long a flat spot going forward. The longer we get this, the flatter we make this key stay here, the more the skier has to transfer to the front of the ski to be able to make the ski turn, to be able to make the ski come back to the central line. This way, with the ski where we run and we start to bring more rocker into the front end of the ski, when we change the edge, we start to get the water pull into this shape of the ski, which naturally wants to pull the ski back to the center line, back around the buoy, again, getting under that line quicker. The speed of the ski, some people might think, oh, I got more rocker in there, it's going to stop on me. No, the ski won't stop on you. The ski will keep going because that comes back to this design of being a little wider, a little straighter up in here. Everything you start keeping moving forward. So it's carrying more speed. The more rocker here allows you still to be able to turn at a higher speed. One other thing is just a little bit, we kind of run fairly thin in the back of the ski. You can see we actually thicken up in the middle. We taper very thin. The ski is very thin in the tail. This just again allows that when we carry that more speed into the turn and we've got the ski on edge, we're not creating too much of a sidewall here, which then can start to kind of control the ski and take over from that. We run thicker in the middle here because obviously that's where all the support from the skier's weight, the bindings, and where that is. And then it actually, and again you can see more of this in the 3D view on the Mapple Ski's website, is where we actually taper down and we come thin up in the tip here. Again, there's no reason for us to stay so thick up in here, so we can bring it down, and again, thinner. If the skier gets up on the front of the ski, this is just going to naturally bring it further back in and straighter for the ski. The 6.0 is a foam core ski. It's 100% carbon fiber. It's constructed, made in the USA. It comes with the insert pattern, which is a standard insert pattern for the industry. It has 2 sets of inserts at the back, standard hole pattern here, and then we actually are here to be able to fit, there's a D3 hole pattern that fits on the back, so we can accommodate anybody's bindings to be able to go on the skis. Obviously, Mapple skis, this time we don't do bindings. We just kind of build our skis so that we can accommodate any bindings that the skier chooses to use or what they are. Bindings are a very sensitive part of skiing. They're an important part, so I always recommend that anybody trying to ski a new ski, try it with the old bindings. Then if you're going to change to something new, go with that.